Alright guys, I'm going to be giving you another 2-in-1 comic review. This is basically where I have two comics that I didn't really have a lot to say for both. For each separately, so I decided to do like another 2-in-1 review. This is the third time I've done this. I kind of enjoy these 2-in-1 reviews. It lets me knock out two quick comics that I really don't have a lot to say about in one video. And it's kind of funny because the last two times I did it was like, oh, they kind of have some things in common. It's kind of funny like that. Here, these are great juxtapositions. These are completely juxtaposed to one another. One's a fun one. Oh, I said the wrong one. One is a fun, campy romp through superhero life, like a Saturday morning cartoon. The other is like a Garth Ennis book. So let's get started with the first book, and that is DMC. Now, you may be wondering, well, what does DMC stand for? This is literally what if Run DMC was a comic book. I'm not joking. This is exactly what it is. Yeah. Now, this has gotten praise from like Greg Pak, Kevin Smith, Phil Hester, a lot of like big names in comics. The writer was Daryl McDaniels from Run DMC. It's hilarious. This book is literally like this book. If you try to pick this up thinking like, oh, you're in for like a dark, serious book. No, this comic is like a fun Saturday morning cartoon. Like, I kind of compare it to, I really do compare it to like the Mr. T cartoon or like the Rambo. It's like a Saturday morning. That's the best way to describe it. It's a Saturday morning cartoon with like having an actor or rapper or someone like being like there for the kids. So it's like Mr. T. It's like the Mr. T cartoon, or fucking the Chuck Norris show cartoon, or Jackie Chan Adventures, but with a superhero element. And what I like is that it's not mean-spirited. It's actually like it's clear that Daryl McDaniels really loves comics. Like, there's some great references to classic comics. Like, let me show you right here. That is straight up Tales of Suspense, the first appearance of Iron Man, right there. Like, that was such a good, like, the panels to that image. It's straight up like an Iron Man homage. There's like little homages here and there. It's not mean-spirited in any way, shape, or form. This has a lot of love. Like, McDaniels has a lot of love for these books because each comic, each issue is just a lot of fun. The artwork is actually is pretty nice too. It's very like very pop, very like vibrant, and the line work is very nice too. I really do think this could be a cartoon. Like, if someone said this could be a cartoon, then by all means. If you're wondering what the story is, it's literally what if Run DMC became superheroes. That's it. That's literally the pitch right there. Like, that's really all you need to know, honestly. That is 100% all you get right here. And it's really fun. So if you enjoy Run DMC, yeah, go ahead. Check this out. Now, the next book is vastly different than what we just talked about, because this is something a little different. We're going to go 180 degrees in the other direction. We're going to be talking about Red Border from Jason Starr. This is another Upshot book, and this is a 4-issue miniseries that I think is getting a sequel in some capacity. And when I said like DMC was like a fun superhero romp, this is a dark, brutal, a dark, brutal, action-packed book. There's some violent stuff going on here. So this basically focuses on a middle-class Mexican couple targeted by a cartel because the girlfriend snitched. And when they're trying to cross the border to get somewhere safe, they run into a person who offers to help them as long as they meet the family. And if you're wondering, yeah, the family's a bunch of cannibals. Yeah. This is basically like Demolition Man meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's really what you get here. You get all this kind of dark and bleak violence from this book. With a family that is dark and twisted. That's really what this book is just twisted on a whole other level. This is just a book that is really just here to really just dig the nail, dig into you and not let go. You really feel bad for the two characters. You really do. Let me just look up the names real quick, because I had it for a second. Eduardo and I think Juanita, I think is her name. I believe that was her name, but yeah. So, yeah. So it's very much like, what if you had the cartels meet, and what if you had the survivors run into the Sawyer family? And that's really it. Like, there's no big, talk about, immigration or whatnot. This is just really, let's just have a bloody action horror story. And for the most part, it does its job well. It does what it's meant to do and goes on its merry way. Do I think it ends a little quickly? Yeah, it kind of does. If for 4 issues, it kind of has this thing of it ends open-ended, and it doesn't really feel fulfilled by the end of it. It all really wraps up way too fast, for my opinion. It really just kind of was like, here it is, there it goes. So yeah, Upshot has really... I've got one more Upshot book, but yeah, so far I have... this one was good, but comparatively speaking to the other Upshot books I've read, and this is no knock to Chris, who has been sending me these books, I haven't really encountered an Upshot book that made me go, wow, that has really wowed me. This close, but not close enough. It really did just kind of end up just kind of staggering at the end for me. But anyway, yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of these comic reviews? I enjoy doing these 2-in-1s because, like I said, I would really just be half-assing most of these books if I tried to find something to really stretch it out. So I just was yeah, fuck it, I'll do 2 comics in one. If Marvel can do a 2-in-1 book sometimes, on again, off again, why can't I? So once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.